morning, Jim Hodges here, Gimmie here. Gimmie is a Boykin Spaniel puppy that came in for our residency training program. She is really smart, good girl, and she's happy. You will see evidence of her happiness as we work, hopefully. Her butt's going to be wiggling. She wants to do the right thing. She wants love and attention, and it's going to be evident. And when that happens, you want to embrace it. We want a happy dog, okay? But a happy dog does not mean that we are slack on our obedience. Anytime, and with any kind of dog we've got, when we ask her to do something, we expect her to do it. If she doesn't do it, we have to bite it or provide that consequence, okay? I'm getting ready to go through obedience right now, and the primary reason for that is to show you the proper mechanics and what you need to do, when you need to do it, and how you need to do it, okay? Listen to my tone of voice. Even though she is happy, I'm still going to try to embrace that and get her excited. Listen to my tone of voice or inflection if I have to provide a consequence, okay? I believe that all commands should be upbeat and positive. I do, with the exception of down. I believe down needs a little more inflection in it. She needs to understand that we mean it. She's got to do it. And then no can carry that type of inflection, maybe a little bit stronger, okay? Hey, sweetheart, no, ready? Let's go. Atta girl. Good girl. So let's go. We're walking together on a leash, side by side. I don't want her out in front. I don't want her smelling the ground. I don't want her pulling. If she was to start to pull, see how I tap the leash? Little tap back. If I wasn't running my mouth just then and she was out in front of me, which she really wasn't, I would tap back and say, no, then let's go. Atta girl. Every time I do provide a consequence, I want to make sure that I praise her at the end of that consequence, okay? I want to build her back up. At the end of the consequence, when we bite, she should be doing it right. That's why we come back with that level of praise. It's never as much as if she did it right the first time, but it is rebuilding in nature. Let's go. Hear that tongue? Good girl. See how she's watching me? Atta girl, okay? So if she started out that way, again, I would just tap the leash slightly in the direction I want to go and would tell her no. Let's go. Sit. Good girl. That's the hand signal for sit, okay? Sit, we tell her to sit. She needs to sit right then, and she needs to hold it, okay? I don't like to keep a dog in a sit for a long, long time, but I do expect them to hold it for 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, or what have you, okay? When I tell her to sit and she does it, I'm going to praise. If she doesn't do it, or if she started to get up, I would take the leash and go, no, sit, then good girl on the back end. Shame on me for biting her into sit, but I think she's okay with it. So watch, break. Break is my release command. A lot of people use okay, that's fine. I just like to use a word that I don't use every day. Well, I use it every day as a dog trainer, but in everyday language with other people, okay? So one more time, sit. Good girl. If I wanted to give her a treat right now, I could. If I did give her a treat, I would pet her and love her at the same time. Good girl. She's holding it. Remember, tap up if she doesn't do it. Next thing, down. All right, she's just a little bit slow there, okay? And she's just a little bit slow there. I'm watching to see what she's doing. Gimmie has a thing for acorns, I found out yesterday. So acorns are poisonous for dogs. Rocks are not good. If you go on my Facebook page, you'll see the post about rocks. If that happens, we have to, no, bite it, okay? We bite it. If we don't have her on a leash, we can grab her snout like I showed you the other day when you were here for training. But we want to tell her no and stop it. That is not a behavior we can tolerate. It's for her safety, okay? So let's go. So you saw the DOWN. I forgot to tell you what I would do if she didn't do it for me. Down. Good girl. If she didn't down then, I would come in and go, no, down. Right towards the ground, okay? And then I would praise her for holding it. Once she does it. Now what is down? Down is just like sit. When I tell her to down, she has to hold that down until I release her. Now if I wanted her to be there for a while and not be paying attention, I would go, stay. And now when I told her to stay, she's basically packing her bag. She's going to be there a while. She doesn't have to watch me. She doesn't have to wait for my next command. She can just chill, okay? Now, when we're ready to start her again, we would release her, get her attention, go to another command, but she has to stay. In either the sit, down, or down stay, if she was ever to get up from the command, say I was out here and she got up and walked over there, I would go get her, I would grab the leash and I would tell her no. I would tap the leash, sort of like in the let's go command, parallel and in the direction we want to go. I would go no, 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 and if it was a sit command, I'd go no, sit, good girl. Make sense? Now in the stay command, she can smell the ground, but guess what she can't do? Chew on rocks or acorns, okay? Right, atta girl, let's go. So we have down from in front, you saw the hand signal like that, sit, down, down from the side, good girl. And again, she has to hold it till we release her. If she doesn't, no, here's her head, no, down. You see that? Tap and release. It's not pulling. Everybody wants to pull. It's to tap and release, tap and release. Not trying to intimidate or dominate or anything else. She's got the craziest little down. Right, let's go. All right, place. Place command is for her to get on her bed. She can lay down, sit down, stand up, read a book. I say that all the time. Basically what I'm saying is we're not going to give her a command on the place command except for place. We're not going to tell her to SIT or to DOWN right now. Can she chew a leaf? If I give her a leaf, can she chew an antler or a bone? That's perfectly fine as long as she doesn't get off of the bed. She can do this for an hour or two, okay? Now she does get distracted. She's a Boykin, she's a hunting dog. So what you have to do in the beginning is drop the leash, and when you move around in the house, if she was to get up, you would get her, just like with the down, and go no, 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 place, good girl. Again, she can hold that for an hour or two at a time easily. I've had people every day tell me that this is one of their favorite commands. It allows them to do things in the house with their children or with themselves and not have to focus on the dog and not have to have their dog put in a crate or put up in a fence outside. This is a wonderful command if you'll just mean it. Now, if she ever does break a command, whether it's place or sit or down, you have to make a mental note of that, okay? Say you missed it right there in the moment. You have to make a mental note because she's going to do that over and over again until you fix it. On the positive side, if she does something real cute and you like it, remember that, tell her good girl, and then start to put a word to it, and now you've taught her a new command or a new trick going forward. Really important. It's so easy to feed off of what our dogs are doing. Good girl. Good girl. Ready? Let's go. Good girl. So listen to my praise. We're walking again. Now, say she did miss a command, especially with her, and really with any dog, and I've mentioned this in my other videos, if she messes up, especially in the beginning when you're teaching, and she messes up the SIT command, I would come back and do that command 2 or 3 times in a row perfectly before I would move on. We want to take the time to do the repetitions then, so she understands what she did wrong and then get it right. It's important that we praise her and love her and not get, we're never going to intimidate or dominate with the leash, and we don't want to intimidate or dominate with our voice and our emotions. The only emotion that we really show is positive. If she does something wrong, we're just biting in a surgical tone and going on, okay? You ready? Let's go, sweetheart. Come on. Sit. Now, you notice I told you we can use treats anytime we want, but she's got to obey the first time, for a treat or without a treat. The treat is just like a bonus. For you at work, for example, you did something well, the treat is ready and loaded up for that time she does it just right. I like to use the treat for the COME command an awful lot in the beginning, both on leash and off leash. Because the come command is going to be one of those commands out in the yard that we absolutely want to have and want her to do. So here we go, watch hand signal. She comes, she sits, atta girl. She's looking at me. Good treat, pet, atta girl. Pet and love and treat. She's still in the sit, break. Or I could have done it like this, and I'm gonna use a treat again. Sit, good girl. And now I'm gonna make her hold it a minute, break. And then I'm gonna give her the treat, okay? Good girl, let's go. So come command is like this. This is on leash. We need to practice this on leash. But then say she was out in the yard, okay? And she's running around in the yard. And I haven't tried this before. I'm working without a net, all right? But we're gonna see if I can get her to drag that leash out here like this. But say she's out in the yard running around. We want her to come to us. You think we would tell her come? No, we would only tell her to come if we knew she was coming. So watch what I'm going to do, and then listen to when I do give that command. Gimmie, hey baby, hey baby, see I'm backing up. Hey baby, right here, right here, come. So you see she was, all right. Good girl, break. I released her, but did you notice I did, it's okay. You notice I did not give her the come command until she committed. If you go back and play that back, you'll see she hesitated. She wasn't quite certain what to do. Guess what? When a dog is learning, sometimes they're unsure. That's when we try to motivate them with our voice, to let them see what was going on. Once she did firmly commit, I gave her that come command. Now, when we give that come off leash and she comes to us, we praise her, we love her, we give her treats. I would do that a bunch of times. Pavlovian conditioning is a bunch of repetitions. But I would not call her to you and punish her for any reason, or even go put her up, or anything that she could think of as negative. When she does come to you, you pat her, you love her, atta girl, break. Even if you had to go to work, you would release her, wait a few minutes, get her attention. All right, girl, what you doing? Minute away from the come command, then you say, okay, it's time for us to go in. You've separated the having to go in to go to work from the actual recall or come command. Let's go. Come on, baby. Next command is the load up, or get on the furniture, or hop in the car. Hop, good girl. Real smart. She's doing it, holding it. Again, you can use a treat for any of these things, break, but you don't have to. You're the one who decides who uses the treat or not. Sit. Good girl. Last thing is the heel command. The heel command is an exaggerated or a much more tightly defined let's go command. She's scratching for some reason. Now, if I had her in a sit command and she was scratching, I would bite her. But I don't have her in a command right now, so I'll let her scratch. But when I'm working her, she has to pay attention. Back to the heel, it's tightly defined. Our job is to keep her right here. Her job is to try to watch us. She's not going to be able to read our mind. She can only react to what we do. So it's our job to help her succeed, okay? So we're keeping her in this box no matter where we go. Hand signals like this, heel, and we heel, step off. See how she starts to come in? And she went right back beside me in the box. I stop, she sits, atta girl. And she holds the sit. We want to do figure eights. We just want to walk. Good girl. We walk a little bit, we stop, boom. Good girl. Heel. We turn. She comes right back in. Good girl. Right. I don't use the heel too much for my dogs unless I'm trying to show off or something. Okay, sweetie? But it is a great thing if you're in traffic with a lot of people. You can have her heel. Or you can take the leash and be real short with it and do let's go in that same traffic. That's pretty much it. You know, she's a good girl, she's growing, she's learning. You're growing, you're learning with her. We have to get to the point that we do this enough. I would recommend 10-15 minutes, once outside, once inside for the next few weeks, and then maybe a bunch of 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30-second commands. But never give her a command unless you know she's going to do it or you're in a position to make her do it. So inside, let's go. So inside, in the beginning, I might have her dragging a leash, okay? So that if you decided to tell her to do something, you have a way to make her do it if she doesn't do it. Thank you so much. You know, Jim Hodges, 336-945-3232, JimHodgesDogTraining.com, and Jim Hodges Dog Training on Facebook. You know that if you ever need me, all you got to do is pick up the phone and give me a call. I'm here, no charge on follow-ups. Good luck with you two. She's a great dog. You guys are going to have a lot of fun. Just be consistently the leader. She's going to love you for it, and you're going to have a wonderful life together. Thank you. Take care. Ready, sweetheart? Hey.